We in the house tonight. Got a great show, and we've got ourselves a Vold takeover
This is
tonight.
a Vold
There it is.
takeover.
There it is.
This is a Vold takeover. This is fantastic. We got DJ Vold with us today because it's time for some tater tot hot take.
Fresh out of the oven, it's Tater Tot Hot Take.
All right, so this is a little different Tater Tot hot take because, you know, we usually do like Minnesota sports topics, but we're going to get to it, that's for sure. But hey, we got DJ Vold. We're ready to go. And, you know, DJ, this is your first time on MinneZona Sports Live. You did call in one time on the Sports Zone, but hey, we're happy to have you there, DJ. So welcome.
No, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
And we love the shirt. We absolutely just stamp
Big
of
fans.
approval
Big fans of the shirt.
on the shirt. So, well, honestly, you know, we gotta get to some things here. You know, you're the associate head coach of the Granite City Lumberjacks. Shout out to the Lumberjacks. You know, we gotta give claps up for them because they've supported us. We supported them. You know, hey, we're here. We're happy to help. And so, DJ, we got some zoners that have been asking, like, hey, you know, who are the Granite City Lumberjacks? So why don't you just tell us what the team's about and, you know, what's it like?
Yeah, so we are a junior hockey team that plays in the NA3HL. Junior hockey at our level is basically used it's a step between high school and college to get you in hopes of playing college hockey, whether that's NCAA D1, D3, ACHA, you name it. That's kind of what we're here for. We're here to help make the kids bigger, stronger, faster, help teach them, help them develop, and hopefully get them to where they want to go. We've had kids play at University of Nebraska Omaha. We've got a kid currently at Air Force that has played for us, a kid that's played at Miami of Ohio. And a lot of our guys play D3 for the MIAC schools like St. John's and St. Olaf and schools like that. And we have some that play ACHA all around the country as well. But we're really just a stepping stone for high school hockey players to come in, get better, learn for a year or two or three in my case when I played, and hopefully play college hockey after.
You just mentioned that you played for Granite City as well. So tell us about your time playing for the Lumberjacks.
Well, obviously I grew up with Paul and Byron. And played the youth organization there. Played a year of junior hockey in Rochester. Left the summer after my sophomore year. And played in Madison, and then ultimately ended up playing 3 years in Granite City. I think it's the best place to be in the country at our level, and that's kind of why I'm still here. I believe in what we do as an organization and how we treat the kids and the people involved with the organization. I think it's the best place to be, hands down, at our level. Obviously, I have a little biased opinion when it comes to that, but nothing but good things to say, obviously.
You got to love it. And, you know, there's been a lot of things going on, especially with this pandemic and everything going on those lines. So let me ask you, how has your staff and the team handled, you know, this pandemic? I mean, obviously I assume they probably canceled some games. So what have the guys have been doing kind of, you know, during this time?
Yeah, our season got cut short. Actually, the night before playoffs were supposed to start, they kind of canceled everything. So you feel bad for the guys who aged out, which are 99 birth years this year. They don't get to finish it, but at the same time, it was the best thing for the kids. It's all about the health and safety of our players and people in our organization. But right now, kids are at home. They're training, working out, hopefully. They're kind of on their own. Like today, I ran a skate this morning with a bunch of the local guys that play for us in St. Cloud. We had probably a dozen of them on the ice, and we're just working on things to develop them individually as players, and not so much worry about a lot of the team stuff, but more worry about them getting better as individuals themselves. So.
Right. So, are there any plans, going forward here? Like, are you guys gonna be ready to go, come next season and things like that? Is everything on track?
Yeah, I mean, for us, they didn't really push anything back in the off season.
Sure.
So we're kind of operating as if nothing happened. To be honest, I mean, right now is kind of a dead period for us. A lot of recruiting goes on. We're on the phone with kids every day.
Sure.
Everybody in the staff involved, and then the tier 2 camps come up where we can go and watch games and recruit there, and that's kind of the next step for us. And I'm interested to see how those go, obviously, because we're still kind of in the thick of it, and they're still planning on having the camp. So I'm excited to go out and get in the rink and talk to people and stuff like that, but at the same time, kind of be conscious of what's going on in the world and try and make sure that myself and the people around me are doing the right things and staying safe.
Sure. We've been talking here on the show about, a lot of the major leagues and stuff like that. I mean, Major League Baseball, that's a different story, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that, Paul Shield. So, but I got to ask you this one. This is more of a fun question because, DJ, we've known this for a while, but why are you such a fan of Dustin Byfuglien? Okay, me and the Shield have been talking about this for a while, and now we finally have you on here. Okay, so tell us, why are you such a big fan of him?
Well, I guess it's kind of a personal thing, right? I've never been the smallest guy in the world.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, Paul got a lot of the height. I got a lot of the width. And he's fun. I mean, you can't do anything to the guy because, I mean, you've seen him run people over. You've seen him grab two guys by the crest of their jersey and slam them against the boards. I mean, he's basically a D lineman on skates. And he's probably the only guy I've ever seen like that, where he's so big, so powerful, yet he's a great skater, really skilled, and can do whatever he wants with the puck and shoot it a million miles an hour. But at the same time, I don't think there's anybody really messing with him because of how big and strong he is. So I just think he's a blast to watch.
Yeah. So how do you feel about that, Shield? Okay. Ask me that.
Oh, I feel a lot of things. But I mean, he's certainly not wrong. I mean, it's impossible to I mean, I've seen firsthand guys literally try to jump on top of DJ to try and move him in front of the net. The rare opportunity that he had on the power play opportunities, and then try to do something, and more times than not, didn't work out too well in their favor.
Yeah.
But the similarities are there. I mean, can't go wrong. But hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is. So I believe Byfuglien is retired, right? Is that what, or we don't know?
Who knows?
Well, I think there was a contract termination, or they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And it was a super weird situation. I don't think it's something that the NHL has ever seen before, where it was
right. So
like he wasn't playing, and it was medical and all this stuff. So
he's getting the silverback treatment, is what he's getting. He's getting Trent Williams right now.
It's true. He might be, but
hardcore.
So, do you think he could be in Wild Colors, DJ?
I mean, it makes sense. He's got a lot of ties to Minnesota, obviously.
Yeah.
He still has family in Roseau that, I mean, I think he's got it's either a nephew or a cousin or something that currently plays for Roseau. And I am all for it, obviously, especially if he can still get up and go like he normally can. It would make sense, but at the same time, I mean, it would make a lot of sense for a lot of the kids who are playing in the NHL from Minnesota to play here, so who knows?
Hey, we'll keep our fingers crossed. Okay.
There you go.
I don't know. Shield, it looks like you want him. I mean, shoot, why not?
I mean, you can't go wrong at this point with the dumpster fire that is the Minnesota Wild right now. But, I mean, maybe next season. We can see it. get a lot of the old guys out and some of those dead contracts. Maybe sneak in a Dustin Byfuglien. We'll see.
I don't see why not, as the Kerf doctor
Why
likes
not?
to say. I mean, honestly, But, DJ, we got another thing for you, because this has been a huge controversy. Dalvin Cook, the holdout with Dalvin Cook. You know, we talked a little Vikings at Paul's bachelor party. Great time, by the way.
From what I can remember.
Yep, Paul. Yeah, you had a good time with that. So, DJ, I mean, there's a lot of zoners saying, hey, you know, we don't care if he holds out. You know, we have Alexander Madison, blah, blah, blah. And people are like, we don't need to re-sign him. I think we need to re-sign Dalvin Cook. We're going to get into it, you know, later here. Voldy agrees with me as well, or the Shield, obviously, because we got two Volds here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're just fine. He's Voldy. I've never been Voldy. So
okay. So that's first.
Well,
so,
he's actually Vold sauce. Actually,
there it is.
There we go.
there it is.
That's his moniker right there. Hashtag Vold sauce. There we go. So, I mean, what do you think, DJ? Do you think that the Vikings should re-sign him, or should they just say bye-bye?
I mean, for me, I don't know that it's an option to not re-sign him.
Right.
He's a arguably top 3, top 5 running back in the league, part of me is the fan that's upset that he's doing this. But part of me also understands that he's a running back and they only last so long, and you got to get your money when it's due, and right now is probably a big payday for him. I think we have to re-sign him. I understand we've got other guys that can carry the load as well, but you take Dalvin out of the equation, are they that good?
Yeah.
When a lot of the times Dalvin's getting all the attention, and then you throw somebody else in there, and then the attention's going to the wide receiver, so it makes their job a little easier. But that's my opinion.
Right.
And I agree with you 1,000%, because we're going to get into it later with Callahan School of Logic. So we got a lot to go over with that. So you got to tell me, DJ, since, you know, you got your brother on here, what is your favorite Shield moment? I mean, it could be like a funny story. It could be like, you know, there's one time, this time. Can you give me a funny story of the Shield?
Let's remember this is a family show. Mom is watching.
Jimbo is too.
You didn't give me a ton of prep for this, or else I probably would have had stuff pretty good. And I'm wondering if that's not on purpose, but no, I mean, I love listening. Probably calling into you guys' last show was a big memory for me, because that was, I mean, you guys put on a good show, so I'm just happy to be a part of it. I don't know that I have any family friendly stories for Paul when it comes to me and him, so I'm just gonna leave it at that.
That's fine. We'll talk.
It's very fun.
You know, after the show or something like that, if zoners want a good story of the Shield. So, but anyway, DJ, we appreciate you for coming on, chatting with us, and we're gonna have you on again. I mean, you know, this is a common thing, you know. And then you got Jane Vold here chiming in, DJ tripping Paul at Sam's Club. Whoa, what's that?
Okay, I can do that one.
That's a good one.
See, there you go.
I don't know how old we were, but we're buzzing around Sam's Club, and I think my mom was at the front of the store, and we were walking around with Jimbo, and this was back when it was cool to trip people. I don't know if that's a thing, but so I tripped Paul in the middle of Sam's Club, and he might have banged his forehead off the floor.
I had my hands in my pockets of my jacket, face first, concrete.
So my mom heard him kind of yell from the front of the store, and then we got to the front of the store, and Paul had a pretty good golf ball on his forehead. So that's not my proudest moment, but I guess we'll share it with the world.
Well, I've never heard that. Just to throw that out there, I've never heard that. So this is fantastic. So, But yeah, I think that's probably there's a lot of Shield stories. I mean, obviously how Paul was named the Shield, but we'll wait. We'll wait on that. We'll wait on that.
That's got to be a big reveal.
Yeah, that's true. We gotta wait for that. So, but anyway, DJ, we appreciate you. Best of luck with the Lumberjacks for this upcoming season. Fingers crossed that it happens. And hey, we're gonna have you on again. We're gonna have more fun. Let's
do like a live show at a game this winter.
Hey.
I've been mentioning that we need to do that this winter.
We'll get you set up. We'll have a little game in the background, maybe in the middle of warm-ups, and we'll get her going.
Let's do it. Jimbo's loving it too. Shout out Jimbo. So hey, but hey, appreciate you, DJ. Talk to you later.
Keep up good work, fellas.
All right, we'll do.
Later, boys.
#Vold Takeover. You gotta love it. That was fun, Voldy.